Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So you're watching part of my memory lane series in which I take you down my memory lane, literally, of all my old builds and share the actual construction of it, the inspiration behind it, and what I think about the house now. And so today I'm bringing to you another tour of my old Sequoia bungalow. So to those of you who've seen the tour before, I looked at that and then I thought to myself, you know what? I can do even better. I can bring you guys better. And so this is the result of that desire. And now you guys will get into something that I feel is truly good for gameplay and good for storytelling. Alright, so let me hop into the game real quick. So this is what I call the Old Sequoia Bungalow. I made it specifically for San Sequoia after Lil Simsy made her iconic bungalow in the Growing Together pack. It launched with that. There was sort of this trend of bungalows going around, and I'm usually not a trend follower, but I thought to myself, I've never built a house like that, and I wanted to. And I definitely wanted to build one that will be good for LPs and storylines. So that was my desire. And so I got this cute little bungalow in front of me. It's a really beautiful house. So checking out the lot. Let me go in build mode really quick. So the actual lot name is called Old Sequoia Bungalow. And I've made quite a few different San Sequoia lots for this particular lot right here, and they have Sequoia in the name, and I've spelled them different ways because I'm not I'm not so familiar with the term because I'm not around a lot of Sequoia trees. But for those of you who want to download this is how I spelled it on the gallery, so you'll be able to find it. Also, it's a 30 by 20, and it is under my gallery ID Marsh Attack 12. So this will be there as a residential. I also want to point out that the house takes up only half of the lot, which is really good because I really had in mind I wanted to use all of the Growing Together mechanics. So I knew that this new gameplay object that we had, the treehouse, ta-da! I knew that we would get this thing in the game. So what happened was, obviously I'm a fan of The Sims 4. I watch a lot of content creators, YouTubers, fellow Simmers who post their videos, and a lot of them cannot fit the tree on their lot. And so I had this in mind because they had the game, they were playing with it before I had my hands on it. And so I took note, and I thought to myself, when I make homes for these lots, make sure that I leave room for the tree houses. So a lot of the house that you'll see on my gallery, that have one house to the side of the lot and the rest is empty, it's because I want you guys to fit the tree house there. And this is also good because even if you don't want this, let's say you don't want family gameplay, but you love the world of San Sequoia, you're just not a family game player, this is still a good lot space for, you know, if you're a type of role player or storyteller that likes to do events at your house. So this is good for the family reunion event, for the potluck, for the baby shower, for backyard birthday parties, or even just a good summertime fest where you're just out with the, water slides and you're having a food sale or yard sale with the lemonade stand and all of that. Anyway, very good. So let's get into the actual build. I'm gonna take this stuff away and go in build mode really quick. Well, tab mode really quickly. Actually, let me go down to the bottom level so you guys can actually take in what's here. Okay, so as you can see, this is Craftsman style. I used a lot of the build objects that came with Growing Together, and this was influenced by an actual real life home that I found on Zillow. So I'm actually a little high up. Let me get a little lower. so you guys can have the cinematic view. So I was inspired to make a bungalow. I didn't know what exactly a bungalow looked like on the inside. And so that led me to watching a video of a bungalow tour, and also like finding a actual 3D floor plan that I could like literally go through and see. And so this floor plan was replicated based off of what I had found on Zillow and what it was actually like. So you get the front door, which is beautiful. You have these little windows you can look out the side. And in the tour that I saw, there was a little nook space here. And I think this is a perfect spot for like an entryway. You know how some people put like an entryway mirror and like a little accent table with little, you know, trinkets on top, or a booth or a stool of some sort. We did get a mudroom kit earlier in the year, so I think that would go perfect here too. Now, the other side of the house is the living room, and I love how you have a front door that opens up directly into the living room. Now, this is really cool, and this is really down to earth to me, because a lot of houses that I've been into or that I've toured when looking for homes kind of have this aesthetic. And as you can see, I used a lot of like old dark brown wood trim in this area, because it really aged the house when you see like all this dark wood around. Like medium wood even gives me like older vibes, like 90s. But this here, oh, this definitely gives me like older vintage home. So I like this. That's why I said this would be perfect for a grandparent, or, you know, someone just moving into their first house. And, you know, whether you are, you know, divorced, moving on your own, or like you're single, you're just out of college, or you just got your dream job and you put a down payment on your first house and it's old like this. Like, you could tell any story you want in here. And plus, I think it's the perfect living room space for a Christmas tree. And you guys know I love Christmas trees in my build. Yeah, it just gives vibes. Another thing I want to comment on is this archway. Now, this is a beautiful archway that came with the Growing Together pack. It is a Craftsman archway, and it has stained glass windows. Now, right now I have this dark swatch of wood on here, and so it came with this pattern. But depending on the swatch you pick, you'll get a different pattern, which is cool. And I love that this matches the front door. So I think that's really cool. I love that the Sims team added that detail. So very cute. And through here we have the dining space. And you know, another thing I like about homes like these, like this is so true to like old homes, because like old homes, there was so much separation. There was not a lot of open concept homes back in the day. Like, you had a space for dining, and then you had a kitchen just solely for prepping. You don't eat in your kitchen, you just prep in your kitchen, and then you come out here and eat with your family. So this is really nice. And I took the liberty of adding like a full-size window here. Like, this is a cool window from the Seasons pack, and I don't use it much, but I do like this window, and this was the perfect opportunity to use it. So I love that. And then through here is the actual kitchen. Now, funny story with this kitchen, as you can tell from the outside, bungalows, they're an illusion, and they look so small, and you wonder, how do they have so much space? One of those reasons is because look at this kitchen. It's tiny in here. Everything made sense. Hold on, let me get out of tab mode real quick, and let me just show you guys the illusion. What happens with the illusion? Go up, put the roof back up. Now, if you look at the house, it looks cute. It looks cute. It looks just, you know, like a small house on the block. You look at all these other houses. This one looks smaller than these other houses. They look like they have more rooms. They have more windows around. And it's because it's all a trick of the eye. Like, bungalows, they have, even the one that I saw on the listing had like 5 bedrooms. I'm like, how? In this house? Where? I want to know where. Where are they putting all this space? Well, one reason for why a house like this can have all that space is because the kitchen is so small. And plus, like, you know, these bungalows, they were just made for, you know, they were made with function. But anyway, you got this cute little nook of a kitchen, but there's still plenty of counter space. You can put your standard appliances and kitchen clutter, whatever you want, and it still gets that aged, old, worn vibe. So I kind of like that. So this is very nice and move-in ready. You see the house is empty. There's no furnishings in this house, but it's realistic move-in ready. So there is plumbing in here and there's a kitchen. So you're good to go. Now another thing about the Craftsman Bungalow, my camera is a little high, is that the kitchen is right off of the back door and also access to the basement. So again, I made it based off a real floor plan. Here's our back door. And I like this because look how realistic this is. I have a little trash can right off of the kitchen. Like, isn't that cute? And then, you know, when you come in, got this little roof over it. Like, it's just me as a builder just enjoying the detail that I put in here. But anyway, you also get the basement. So if you go through here, hold on, let me go back in tab mode. As you can see, I put the stairs here, and this leads to the basement. And you know, this is how craftsmen are able to get that extra space. There's a basement here, and you get all of this floor space too. Now with Growing Together, I knew that I wanted to use all of the features. So there's the slumber party event that comes with Growing Together. And it's an event where you just, you know, can invite anybody over. Anybody can do it. You don't have to be a child to do it. Anybody can do it. And so this is a nice, good sized room to have that slumber party event. So you can set up a gaming table, board table. What do you call it? Game. You can play board games with the Growing Together table. I love that they added that to the pack. There's also the additional like board game that came with the Love Struck pack. And what I like to do, I like to set up a little projector over here with the, what's that one, camper's kit, little camper's kit. And then I like to put the console, the gaming console that came with City Living. We got quite a few now, but that would be perfect for a little slumber party down here. And then also I have a bathroom down here because I'm like, if you're gonna be down here, you might as well have somewhere where you can actually use a bath and toilet. So this has that old style toilet and bath in here. I love that. And then also I put a room back here. So again, with Growing Together, we got the stay over guest feature, in which a guest can come and stay over for the whole week. One, I love that feature. I think it's amazing. And yeah, this is ready for that. This will fit a full bed, or if you want to use it as a single bed in here, it will fit that. It will work for the Murphy bed as well. And if you don't want this to be a designated room for your stay over guests, this is also a good place to put like a downstairs office or a hobby / craft room. So you got a lot you could do with this space. So love that. All right, and then now we're gonna go back upstairs. Okay, so heading back out into the living room, well, dining room I should say. We have left the kitchen. It's such a tight space. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see where I am. All right, so right off of the dining room right here, we have access to the upstairs area. I'm not kidding. This is literally how it was in the reference that I saw. Of course, I've translated everything I saw into The Sims and, you know, customized it for Sims gameplay. But yeah. So there are 3 rooms over here. And there's one here. So this is a room. This is nice for, I kind of picture whoever like owns the place, like this will be their room. Or it could be like a relative's room. Maybe your grandparents stay with you here, which is another good thing for growing together gameplay. I find that I get the most gameplay out of growing together when I have all of the family members in the same household. Like, I know you can have your grandparents living in their own separate house, but I find that, you get to see the dynamics take place when they're right there in front of you. So yeah. And this is the bathroom. So this is the upper floor bathroom. It's a full bathroom. And I know a lot of these older style homes don't come with en-suites. So, this was replicated from that reference. So there was no en-suite on that floor. So I didn't replicate it here. But I did do one upstairs. Here's another room. This one is slightly bigger. Has a little bit more space in here. But yeah. So already we've got 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms. That is amazing. And we haven't even gone upstairs yet. So I love that. And now I'm going to go upstairs. So here we are upstairs. Put my camera low. My camera always gets so high. And again, we get a view of that gorgeous Craftsman window. And we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 doors up here. And plus, this hallway is kind of spacious. You could put some things in this hallway if you wanted to. So, through the first door, this is the shared bathroom on the upper floor. I love how realistic this looks. It's such a vibe. I love it. I could definitely see this as somebody's family home or grandparents' house. Like, this is so cool. And then over here, we're going to go through the other room. So the one right next to it. This, I think, is the biggest room in the house. It's pretty large in here. And this is where I put the ensuite. So if you want this to be like the owner's room, then that would be great. Whose house it is. Because if it's grandma's house, this will be grandma's room. If it's mama's house or mom and dad's house, then this will be their room. But, yeah, this is nice. So nice. I love it. I love storytelling in The Sims. And then over here, you get this extra bedroom. So, the spaces just keep coming. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? This is the 5th bedroom. I know we ain't got 6 bedrooms. Y'all, we might have 6 bedrooms in this house. That's crazy. But yeah, look at all the space in here. You can fit a full-size bed in here. Like, so nice. I love this. Definitely love this. Get this view of the neighborhood. And then you get the final room. Look at this. Good that you have this extra space. Now you can't fit a full, well, you can. You can. If you put it against the wall. So this is the last room. And if we look at the grid, yeah, you can fit a full-size bed if you push it against the wall. Or, let's see. Yep. Or in the corner over here. But it's still a nice size room. This will work pretty well for a teen or a kid that has a single bed. But I like this. This is very nice. And that is all the rooms of the house. So let me show you an overview. Here's the front of the house. You can see how we laid this out. So see how you got all these rooms just hiding in the roof line. So how is this house so big? It's because all of the rooms are hidden in the it's so big, but it doesn't look big. It's because the roof is technically, covering up those rooms. So that's the illusion of a bungalow, and I really like that, and I plan to make more. But yeah. So if you'd like to replicate this floor plan for yourself, here you go. And then here is the main level. Look at that. Look at all this space in here. I think it's the perfect size house for a full family. You can literally live with a family of 8 comfortably here and still have room for a pet. Or a craft, or whatever you're into. Plus you get all this space on the side. You can even put a garage here if you want to. So yeah, there's just so much. So that is my old Sequoia bungalow. And for any of you who are interested in downloading this, you can find it on my gallery. So here's my gallery ID, MarshaTac12. And like I said, if you're interested, this is called the Old Sequoia Bungalow, spelled exactly just like this. And it's a 30 by 20. You can also just search through my gallery and you'll find it. But yeah, it's such a beautiful little house. Very versatile, and I love that it's move-in ready. So if you like this house and you enjoy this house, go check it out and download it. Or, comment down below, share your thoughts and opinions, because I would love to know. And thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys again in my next build tour. So thanks for watching, and bye.